here it is. Here is the deck that we have so far from our standard series. And yeah, we're going to just talk about it. We're going to hang out. I don't think this video should be too long. There's not going to be a ton of cuts. We're just going to be straight up talking, having a conversation about why I made the choices that I did. I think we should start with the creatures to show you guys kind of what I'm working with. It was tough because we don't have a lot of 4 ofs, we don't have a lot of 3 ofs, so we have a lot of, you know, what we're working with. Obviously we can make with other colors if you guys want. I just picked these as my first ones because I like these colors. So we got Bloodthirsty Conqueror right up front because it's a small vampire package. I didn't pull too many vampires, but this card is so strong and it's so good. If I can get it off, it would really, I mean, it would do work. It really would. So had to throw that in there, honestly. And to pair with it, we got Vengeful Blood Witch. So whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Obviously going right there with it. That'll come up later when we talk about some of the other, you know, creatures. So here's another vampire. Again, most of these are lower cost, so they're not too bad to get out pretty quickly. So we got this one, beautiful. Then we got Marauding Blight Priest. So again, just going with the gaining life, losing life, stuff like that. So that's my small vampire package. Just in case I can get that online and up and going, it can mix with the other stuff that I have going, but this is kind of its own little package on the side. My last creature on the black side is Hungry Ghoul. So you pay 1, sacrifice another creature, put a +1/+1 on this creature. I'll show you why this will come up, but I didn't have much room. I mean, I needed another just small creature I could get out, and this one kind of mixes with the +1/+1 counters that I'm going to be doing. Now we're into the green. So we got Treetop Snare Spinner because I needed something that had reach. You know, I needed to be able to deal with flyers other than, you know, removal. And this is a really good one. And it gets the +1/+1 counters if you have the extra mana. Not too bad. So I got 2 of those. Figured I'd throw them in. Why not? Right? Up next, we've got Gnarlid Colony. So it's only a 2 cost, and it has a kicker. So if this creature was kicked, it enters with 2 +1/+1 counters, making it a 4/4. And then each creature you control with a +1/+1 on it has trample. I think this card is actually really good for what I'm going for. And it could help a lot of my creatures just swing over for a lot of damage. Also, there are people mowing their lawn outside. I apologize if you can hear that in the background. But I don't know why they are, but it's freezing. So we got Elvish Regrower. So now we're entering into the main theme of the deck, which is elves. So when this creature enters, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. This, since I'm working with so many 1 ofs and 2 ofs, this is kind of my only retrieval card right now. There were some other cards, but I felt like that one really fit, and it's a pretty solid 4/3. Not bad. Next up, we got 2 Elfsworn Giants. Now you may be saying, that's a pretty expensive mana cost. Yes, you are right. But that landfall, when it just gets me a lot of tokens. You know, it would really help me get some more creatures on board, and it's a 5/3. I think it could be helpful. We may cut it. I don't know. It's just in there right now. Working with what I got, okay? Beastkin Ranger, I actually like. He's got trample already, and then whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets a +1/+0 until the end of turn. My ideal situation is to have him on the board already, and then just start getting some critters out, you know, and swing in with them. But that's ideal world, right? We don't expect that to happen. Lawn War Elves, I only pulled 1 so far. I would love to pull more, so we might have to open more foundations because I really need 4 of this. This would be really nice. Mana and everything would just help the deck a ton. Next, we got 3 Dwynen's Elite. So it's a 2 cost. Whenever this creature enters, if you control another elf, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Very good. Filling my board, getting a lot of critters out fast. Okay? That's why if I get one more of this, I would throw one more in, honestly. It's going to be good. I feel like that's really going to help the deck a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys know more than me. But that's how I feel. Now, we got Dwynen, Gilt Leaf, Reach. Again, I do need some things to deal with flyers, so it's nice that this has Reach. Other elves get +1/+1. That's fantastic for what I'm running. And then whenever it attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf. You know, I feel like that's good. Especially with like the vampire little thing that I got going. I feel like I'll be gaining a lot of life. They'll be losing life. And then I'll have a lot of creatures to swing in. And then to top it all off on the creature side, we got Lathril. Obviously, Menace. And then whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 elf creature tokens. Very nice. And yeah, mainly I might be using it for this. The tap 10 elves. My goal will be to get a ton of elves out very fast, and might not be able to do it. I'll have to play with the deck to see how it runs, which I will be playing with it on Friday. So I'll report back to you guys next week. And then here we got some artifacts. Scrawling Crawler, just card draw. Honestly, card draw, pretty good. Genesis Wave, possibly a way to flood the board pretty fast. But I only got 1 of it, and I feel like that's all I need at the moment, but it could flood the board if I actually get this off. So, I like it. Juggernaut right here. Now this one is kind of my pressure. While they're trying to take out my key components, Juggernaut is my ideal, like put a little pressure on them in the beginning, if I'm lucky enough to get it. Quick Draw Katana, just a piece of equipment, honestly. And then 2 Swiftfoot Boots to hopefully throw on Lathril and maybe something else. Just to kind of help them, you know, the Hexproof and Haste. I feel like it would really help in this deck. We'll run through these pretty quick. Phyrexian Arena, every time I try to talk myself out of putting this into the deck, I talk myself into it. So I figured I might as well throw it in there. Pretty good card draw. Yeah. Hero's Downfall, great removal. Love it. Eaten Alive, not perfect, but it's a 1 cost, and I just have to sack a creature, and hopefully with the tokens that I have, I'll have plenty of that. So I threw, 2 of these in. It's great for the Planeswalker. That's the biggest reason I'm wanting it, is that Planeswalker, and it exiles, not destroys. Pretty nice. Overrun. This would be my ideal game-ending card. Swing in with everything. Overrun. Boom. You know, that's just my ideal thing. Inspiring Call. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible until the end of turn. I thought that this was really cool. Wish I had more of it. Grow from the Ashes, just to get me some mana. You know what I mean? Get some more lands out onto the field. Giant Growth. This is a form of protection in case they have a card that's like a -2/-2, or, you know, something like that. Kind of a form of protection, or a way to kill a creature that otherwise I wouldn't have been able to. Felling Blow. Yeah, this card is just great, honestly. I love it. It's like a bite down in a way. Bushwhack. We all know Bushwhack. Had to throw it in there, 1 cost. And then we do have a bite down, which will come in handy. And then with our lands, we got 3 Jungle Hollows, and then just basics, because that's all we've pulled so far. We haven't gotten anything special, so figured I'd throw those. Plus, we got Soulstone Sanctuary. This will come in handy because it can be an elf and a vampire. I don't think it makes a difference very much, but it might come in handy. So we threw it in there. Why not? So that's the deck. You guys like it? Let me know. What do you think? We still have all these other colors. Like, we can still build other decks. I think I'm going to focus my energy on this one first and see how it does this Friday. And I will report back, keep you all up to date. We'll be doing more openings for this. I'm excited. I'm having a blast. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. Yes. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, do all that fun stuff. We are new at Standard, so don't roast me too bad in the comments. So, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.